Naval mines in Hormuz. A regional war becomes a global crisis. Iran's Hormuz Gambit threatens global oil lifeline.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Maz Reporter. Today is March 11, 2026, and right now, the world is watching one tiny stretch of water that could send shockwaves through every gas pump, grocery store, and power bill on the planet. Yes, I'm talking about the Strait of Hormuz. It's this super narrow waterway between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. Normally, about 20% of the world's oil and a huge chunk of liquefied natural gas flows right through here every single day. Tankers carrying crude from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, and more head out to Asia, Europe, and beyond. But in the last couple of weeks, everything changed.
The conflict started late February, when the United States and Israel launched massive joint strikes on Iranian military targets. These were big airstrikes hitting Iranian missile sites, naval bases, leadership spots, and more. Iran hit back hard with missiles and drones. Then things got really scary for global trade. Iran threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz. Iran even said any ship trying to pass would get attacked. Shipping companies freaked out. Tanker traffic dropped dramatically, like 80 to 95% in some reports. Hundreds of ships are now just sitting anchored nearby, waiting. Insurance companies jacked up rates or refused coverage altogether.
Right now, the strait is effectively closed to most commercial traffic. Oil prices have already shot up big time. And since yesterday, Iran has started laying naval mines in the water. Not thousands yet, just a few dozen so far, dropped by small, fast boats from the Revolutionary Guard. But here's the problem. Iran has an estimated 5,000 to 6,000 mines ready to go. Most of their mine-laying boats are still out there, like 80–90% of their capacity. If they drop hundreds more, this narrow 2-mile-wide shipping lane could become a deadly obstacle course for months.
What are naval mines? Okay, quick explainer.
Naval mines are basically underwater bombs. Some are old school. They explode when a ship bumps them. But Iran's got modern ones too. They sit on the seabed and use sensors to detect a ship's magnetic field, engine noise, or water pressure. Boom. Some even shoot a rocket up into the hull. They're cheap to make, super hard to find in shallow water like the Strait, and clearing them is a nightmare. You need special ships, underwater drones, helicopters, going slow, scanning everything. Even a handful of mines can scare everyone away. One hit on a tanker? Massive oil spill, explosion, huge cleanup. No captain or company wants that risk.
What will be the economic impact? So why should you care if you're not in the Middle East?
Because this choke point isn't just oil. It's LNG for power plants, fertilizer ingredients for farms, chemicals for factories. Asia gets hammered hardest. Places like China, Japan, India, even Taiwan rely on Gulf energy through here. Taiwan gets about 30% of its LNG this way. If this drags on for weeks or months, oil prices spike even higher. Gas prices jump. Shipping costs rise. Food gets more expensive. Also higher prices of transport and fertilizer. Everyday stuff like plastics, clothes, electronics costs more. We're already seeing nervous markets. Analysts say prolonged closure could mean serious global inflation and supply chain chaos.
U.S. response and global reactions. President Trump came out swinging. He warned Iran, remove any mines immediately or face retaliation 20 times harder than before.
U.S. forces already struck Iranian mine-laying boats. Reports say they took out 10 to 16 of them, plus related gear. The U.S. is talking about escorting tankers with Navy ships or clearing mines if it gets worse. But right now, escorts are tough because of ongoing missile and drone threats. Other countries are reacting too. China, a huge buyer of Gulf oil, is calling for calm and safe shipping. Iran has given Chinese and Russian ships permission not to worry and pass through Hormuz. Pakistan started its own operation, Muhafizul Bar, to escort their own tankers safely through to Karachi. Everyone's on edge. No one knows how long this lasts.
What's next and wrap up? A regional fight, initiated by the US and Israel on Iran, now becomes a global economic crisis because of one narrow strait. Iran says this is leverage, pressure to stop attacks and maybe get compensation. US officials, when asked recently about how the conflict might conclude, US envoy Steve Witkoff acknowledged that predicting the end of the war is difficult, admitting they don't know exactly how or when this war ends.
Clearing mines could take weeks or months. Full reopening? No one's sure. For regular people like us, watch your gas prices, heating bills, and grocery costs. This faraway conflict could hit your wallet soon. What do you think? Will this de-escalate quickly, or are we looking at a bigger mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss updates on this fast-moving story. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay safe. See you in the next one.